Alright, let me put on the headphones. Sounds good. Looks good. Uh, maybe. Maybe. Let's see. Give me 1 second, gentlemen. I'm gonna actually test the live stream. Make sure it's smooth. Yeah, there is there's a bit of an issue here, because from my view, it's playing back very smooth, but on the live stream, it's not playing as smooth. So just bear with me. All right. So with that said, this is Panda, guys. It's late night here, so I want to let you guys know, as a photographer, I am not going to put myself at risk for any news media that is asking or willing to hire freelance photographers or photographers professionally to go out there to the protests here in Portland and shoot and cover the incidents that's been going on here. I really find it a little bit very unethical that the president seems to be okay with violating people's rights here. People being picked up walking down the street in their own neighborhoods by unnamed federal agents. It's pretty alarming that you can't walk in your own neighborhood and not get detained for 24 hours. It's a pretty embarrassing for this country to have a president, and mind you, the world is watching and shaking their head like, we cannot allow this man to continue on the rampage for American people. It should not. But with that said, everyone, as a photographer, I'm scared for my life because of the president, and I don't want to go out there. Maybe some federal agent want to just be a dick and just say, you know what, fuck Black Lives Matters. You know, who cares? I'm a federal agent. I'm above the law now because Trump told me I'm above the law. Doesn't make any sense, right? But today's video, I wanted to talk about the FeelWorld monitor that I just got today. I didn't like the video that I posted because the video that I posted was about the settings, and I think I need to formally, properly address how to work these settings, because I'm still going around with the twinks here and there. So, I'm still seeing a lag on the live stream. This is not good. This is not good. I'm seeing a terrible, super bad lag. I'm sorry, Portland Hostel. I don't mean to really talk about your Wi-Fi, but I'm trying here. I used up all my hotspot to post content. I used all of it. All my hotspot. I used all of it. So it's part of. I can't reset it into my next build date, which is next month. So yeah, I wanted to talk about this film monitor that I got, FeelWorld, or the F5 or FW568. They're all the same. To tell you the truth, I'm gonna be honest with you. I like how light and how really easy this doesn't really put any much weight on my camera when I'm shooting. You know, I appreciate that someone, manufacturer wise, is looking out for the intermediate to advanced or professional or beginner to look into a monitor like this. Because monitors don't have to be what, oh, I have to install locks on it. No. Monitors can be used to, you know, let's say you have to shoot a couple of scenes for the day, and you want the film monitor instead of you just using your camera in your back of your LCD screen. That is what this film monitor is used for. It's 5.5 inches, which is very small, smaller than my 7-inch Neweer. And you guys are probably wondering, why did I get rid of it? Well, I actually gave it away. I didn't get rid of it. I just gave it away. I recycled my things, and what I do is I keep all my things in great condition. But the one thing I most importantly do is make sure that I want to make sure that if I'm giving it away, I must give it away with someone and intent to use it. So I figured I'd give it to someone in a giveaway and randomly choose people on my Instagram. But this monitor here was cheaper than the Neweer. I don't know why the other brands are trying to charge almost $200 for the same monitor, but FeelWorld, not sure if this was a sale or a deal, $100. Wow, right? Amazing. So, with that said, comes with a histogram display, peaking filters. Now, I tried the peaking filters earlier today. It's different if you use a Sony camera than a Canon camera. You can see the difference. If you use a Canon camera, you can see minimum focus peaking. But if you use a Sony camera, I noticed that you can see all the focus peaking indicator on the entire display because now Sony is inputting that to the monitor. So, but Canon does not have that feature, so it does not send all that information to the monitor. So keep that in mind, guys. Very important feature about focus peaking there, and it very works well with Sony, as I said. False colors, good for filmmakers, good for studio creation or access public television. Exposure, pixel to pixel, checked field, which is your RGB, which is the reds, blues, and greens. You have your 9 grid, your embedded audio, which I did not see on here quite yet, but I'm going to find it some way. Trust me. Alright, we got image freeze, which I don't really use, zoom in, flip image. I get the flip image part, and I'm going to talk about that right now, Dan. Alright, an anamorphic mode on this. So, comes in this box, pretty small packaging, nice packaging by the way, for $100. Yeah, this is a pretty nice packaging by the way, FeelWorld. Look at that. Simple to the point, you know what you're getting. Comes with this HDMI cable. Now, keep in mind, I got my little twerks with this monitor already. Here's the thing. When you get it out the box at 90%, you're going to have to dial down that brightness. This screen is actually bright. So what I'm going to do is actually get a battery, which I did not prepare, which happens on this channel quite a bit. Where's my batteries? Alright. Got my batteries. Alright, I'm gonna pop this in. Now I did try this earlier with Canon battery and the newer Sony batteries, which is the NP 550s. There we go. And for some reason, when I put the battery in, it turns on by itself. I don't like that. This is the same problem with the Neweer F100. Now, it doesn't turn on by itself. What it does is use phantom power in the background while it's off. So it drains the battery from... the monitor drains the power from the batteries. Sorry. So that's what's going on with the Neweer F100 that I had a big issue with. I couldn't leave the battery plugged into it all the time because it was just draining it even when it's off. When that red light is there, it's draining it. Phantom power. Neweer, you gotta address that with the F100 update. You can't allow filmmakers or YouTube creators go through that struggle with dealing with battery problems. Don't be an Apple. So, the live stream is very laggy on this, but I'm going to continue to do it anyway. So, what I do like about it, which I wanted to show you guys, was the fact that, like, the indicator on the battery is right there. It tells you percentage by percentage how much juice you have. The Neweer F100 did not have that feature. It had the indicator bars that show you 3 bars. That's all it does. No numbers. But I do like that feature. I'm going to turn this camera on so you guys can see. Because I think what I'm going to do is show you. Alright, menu. And get out of false colors. I mean, check field. Alright, here's the monitor. This is how it looks. At first glance, you may want to tweak the blues, greens, and reds and the tints. A few YouTubers said that the monitor itself doesn't come straight out the box. What you see is what you get, identical. So you're gonna have to tweak it, and I kind of believe them on that spectrum, because for a $100 monitor, it's too good to be true. So you do have to tweak. So make sure that you have your accurate colors on the monitor at all times before you use it, because it could be a problem when you're shooting a film or making a music video and you are such in a rush to shoot this and get this over with, because some of you guys are just about, you know, getting that shutter, but it's all about the work that you have to present. All right, and you know, having also the false colors come in play on this monitor too, so keep that in mind. Also, make sure you check your color balance and your color exposure. But there's a super lag definitely on this network. So normally times it's much smoother, but that's because I'm always recording. But yeah, all right. And no one's getting my notifications that I am live streaming. So let's pause the live stream for 1 second. Let's go into let's share right now, because this is what I'm talking about with YouTube. YouTube has now, mind you, all I have been doing is posting content, and mind you, my number of views are going up, but guess what? My revenue went down 26%. This happened before. Remember last year they did this? And pretty much my channel was phantomized. What I mean phantomized is basically I was a ghost. No one couldn't find my content. They couldn't see if I was live or not. And this is a problem with YouTube right now. And I think YouTube needs to fix this, because it is not just hurting me, but it's also hurting a lot of people that actually want to watch the pen photographer talk about this stuff, because you know, some people enjoy my content and some people don't enjoy my content. That's, you know, take it with a grain of salt. That's their taste. But you can't not, you know, put me in a position where I have to beg you constantly, YouTube, for my right to be educating people on photography gear. It just seems a little bit unethical. That's all. But with that said, I am posting on social media right now, because apparently people don't see me live, so I have to post on social media so people can see me live. Because thank you, YouTube, for posting on my channel. I appreciate it. I appreciate what are you doing to help us creators. I feel like you're just taking advantage right now. You don't care about the small YouTubers, or the right YouTubers at that. So yeah, I don't think you care that much anymore. You used to. I don't know where that love gone, but it's not there anymore, YouTube. But with that said, everyone, and I think I posted enough, I think. So yeah, anyway, let's get back to talking about the F5 or the FW568. Now, from first glance, it may seem very rigid and sturdy, but it's made out of it's made out of plastic, And the ventilation. Now, keep in mind, the ventilation for this, it's important. You notice that it has a lot of vents on the bottom. It's because it gets extremely warm. So this is why I also said, if you buy this monitor, please turn down the brightness from 90 to 50%. And as you can see, this is 50%. Let me show how bright this gets. I'm going into menu. Now I'm gonna use the left and right tabs to go into the settings here, as you can see. And what I'm gonna do is press F1 to go down that tab. Color, I can change the color temperature. I can change the brightness. But here's, where was it? Somewhere in the settings here. And if you go F2, go back up, press menu to go back into the main menu, the 5 toggles, settings. Always press the menu button to go back to those 5 main toggle icons. And I believe bright light. The bright light, not brightness. Sorry, I apologize. Bright light. The bright light on the monitor. Now, the brightness can be up, but the bright light has to come down. Here's the reason why. As I pressed F1 to scroll down this menu setting, as you can see, I'm going to press, I already did, but now I'm going to press F1 again till I hit bright light. Now, I'm going to use the left and right buttons to go up. You see how the screen's getting bright? That drains the battery, but that also makes the monitor hot. Now it's getting warm right now because I turned up that brightness. Now I want the bright light to be about 60. And then now I'm going to press menu again to go back to the same 5 main icon toggles on top. I'm going to go to the left button to go into the brightness. And apparently I cannot access it, but if I change the menu, because this is a mile, change the user profile, boom, hit F1 again, and then hit either left button or right button to go lower or higher number. So let's go to 65 would be bright, if that's okay. So right now it's at 65, but the backlight is at 60. But as I said before, if you get out of the menu setting, you have to press it twice. You notice that it went from 100% quick to 80% quick. So that's the backlight. I'm sorry, I kept saying brightness. Backlight is the issue here with this monitor, and it gets very warm. So now is when the temperature actually cooled down a little bit now. But when putting the battery on the monitor, it makes a little bit, you can feel the weight because it's the battery, because it's a pretty beefy battery for, what is it, 27 milliamp hour battery. So yeah, but using the monitor like this as a street doing POVs is going to help for this camera mostly, because the back of the LCD screen cable is broken. The LCD screen, there's nothing wrong with it. Just Sony decides not to support A-mount anymore, which is unfortunate. But they do support the A99 Mark II if you have a number of different Sony bodies and lenses. I think that's unfair, because this camera had a flaw from the very beginning with that cable being exposed the way it was. So I digress. But other than that, if we go into the menu settings again, right, and we look at this menu settings, it's just like any other monitor that you buy for $200, right? My histogram is there. We can shut that off if I wanted to, which is should be F1. Yeah, histogram is off at F1. F2 is false colors. You get a false color indicator that tells you, hey, And you can see on the side here where you can see the color index. Really nice touch for that. Not a lot of people pay attention to that, but the color index gives you a nice indication like what's supposed to be false colors when you see it. Press F2 to turn this off again. F3 is field check or check field. I'm in model, I'm in red, I'm in green, I'm in blue, I'm back to standard. So, and next to it is the power button. But I wish this monitor, instead of going into the menu setting and accessing the menus to flip the screen, I wish it had a gyroscope. And I don't think adding a gyroscope to this will make any big difference. I think you have room to put the gyroscope in, but I really believe that a gyroscope would have been very beneficial for this particular monitor, because if you twist in this or untighten the tension knob, you can flip this to be your selfie camera. You want to like, hey, selfie, you know? Or it's up to you. You use this as a film monitor. Or you can use this as a check monitor when you are sitting at a location at a movie or a film and you are in a cabin. This is also could be connected to another set of cables linking HDMI cables linking to one hub. That's possible for these monitors. So yeah, but it's bright, it's good, it is so visible that I don't need to turn on the brightness. I don't need to turn the brightness up. But I do want to make sure that I check my colors correctly. And the live stream is still laggy. You can tell. And I'm sorry guys, it's not my fault. It is just YouTube. It's just the internet here. Sorry, I was about to say YouTube. It's not YouTube's fault. Sorry, I apologize, YouTube. I'm not trying to be a bully. I'm just trying to bring facts. You've been trying to give me, the pen photographer, quite the hard time tonight. So, and normally I don't do live streams this late, but I figured this would be one of my late night streams after 11 o'clock, because it's 11 o'clock Pacific. So, and most of the people in New York are either out partying or trying to party or going to bed or already in bed, trying to wake up and see how they're going to survive for tomorrow, because second wave of you know what is taking place, and a lot of protests and all the stuff that's going on here in Portland makes me feel very uncomfortable and very unsafe. This is why I'm taking procedures and precautions with the embassy and, you know, whoever I need to contact legally, because I've been up with a friend and another civil rights lawyer today, and they came here to the hostel. They wanted to make sure that was okay, because we are also friends. And remember, I have a history of helping a lot of activists and a lot of organizations here from the past, and you know, it's not that they owe me. What I should say is that they believe my debt to society has not been paid, and they believe that they owe me a debt. So, because I did most of that work for free, and it was hard to do it. But with that said, I just wanted to make sure that you guys have a good understanding about the monitor. There's about a 1 minute delay on the live stream. Wow, there is a really bad delay. And I am not digging it. And that's because for 24 minutes, I have been in the red zone this whole entire time. Yeah. I've been in the red zone for a whole entire time. I don't know why that is. And it's not my computer, because I see it smooth. As I'm looking at my computer's monitor and I see it so smooth. You guys wouldn't believe. You can see the details. Yeah, you can see that You see that light in? Ooh, you like that. You like that. Yeah. I call that the panda rim light. But yeah, um, guys, I'm gonna leave the links to this monitor. I'm not going to do like a full review on this monitor. I'm just gonna give you my overall specs and thoughts. This is a live stream, so keep that in mind. That I'm also trying to bring you some awareness of this monitor because I got it for a good deal for $100. I was going to buy the newer FW586, exact same one, and it's gonna rip me off for $50. But then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, after I bought this monitor, the price changed on Amazon. It went down from 169, which is also the hotkeys, and the newer was 159 to 129. That's strange. But the hotkeys monitor, which is the F5 or F6 or whatever, I think it's F5, that price hasn't still not come down. So I kind of thought that was a little bit odd and weird that after I bought this monitor, the newer monitor went down in price. I guess is Newer keeping tracks of me now? Don't be on Amazon. But with that said, everyone, do apologize for the live stream. It's just not me. It's the Wi-Fi here. It's just not keeping up in demand of what I'm shooting right now. And I'm using my Canon 80D with the custom profiles, which is the C-Log, using the Magic Lantern, which is not really officially supported, but I think this Panda is number one. What do you guys think? I am number one in the place because I'm the only Panda. Yeah, I'm definitely lagging about a minute and 15 minutes. Yeah, a minute and 32 seconds it says. I'm lagging. Wow. Ouch. That hurts. I need to do something. Okay, I need to talk to my cell phone provider because I need to get back on doing live streams and I will need my live stream smooth and no disrespect to the hostel, but my live stream should be smooth. And this is also why when I do game on the Wi-Fi here late night, there's no one on between times of like 1 and 6 in the morning. Why is the Wi-Fi always keep shutting down? It does it on me, and it did it twice as I was about to win a game. It did that, and it crashed the game, and lucky for me, my teammates won the game without me. You better be lucky, because I would have been pissed off, and that constantly happens to me when I'm playing Apex. It's really annoying. I'm not asking for improvement, but I was doing a good job getting those kills with Octane, and I normally don't play with Octane that much, but I had played with Octane, and I suddenly got this passion to play with Octane, being Russian teams and jumping over them. That's Octane. He's crazy. He's fast. He has this adrenaline rush. He's just an adrenaline junkie. But anyway, guys, I wanted to say, guys, you guys gotta pick up this monitor. This is like the best deal right now on Amazon. $100 for this monitor. I'm leaving the links down in the description so you guys can pick this up. And super light. And doing POV videos with this is going to make it so much easier. So you guys can see with my body cam, with my GoPro, you guys can see this display without the camera always moving, because sometimes this gets heavy that I have to switch arms. It does, especially with the Sigma 1835. It does get a little bit heavy though. I'm going to be honest with you. It does get a little bit heavy. Something that I need to fix long term. You know, come up with strategy ideas. But if you guys are curious how I got this whole scene set up, again, I'm going to explain this to anyone that's new. I'm at the Northwest Portland hostel here in Portland. And how I got this set up is I'm in the dormitory private room. I have the belt trucks, RB08s, Velcro to the wall, which is a divider or a binder here. I got one here as well, both ends, and I got one right behind me. Give me that overhead light, but also giving me some of that light to cover. Because I really want this. I don't want too dark of shadows here. This is why I got this light here. Oops. Right there. That light. Yeah, that light right there. I got that light out for a reason. Because right into the lens. So this is also going to see, if you look at my this is very important if you're a YouTuber and you want to know about lighting techniques. Listen, simple, easy way. You don't have to do like the pros do it. You can start off easy and not break the bank. These lights cost me $30 each. No kidding. I got 4 of them, but I'm only using 3 of them. Think about that. They're portable. They can fit in your pocket. They're smaller than my iPhone, but not as thick, not as thin as my iPhone, but coming close to being almost as the width and length, almost. But with that said, everyone, this is the lighting setup, and I got my ISO. I'm shooting. Actually, this is not supposed to be like that. There we go. Uh-oh. I had a problem here with the shutter. Why did the shutter do that? That's a awkward thing. It did that. I just noticed the camera switch shutter by itself. I watched it switch from 60 to 50. My camera is possessed by someone that does not want me to do this live stream. Yeah. I'm on top of the issues that I'm having with the Wi-Fi, yeah. But anyway, do you guys like my new headband? Yeah, #1, baby. And I cut my hair. So check this out, guys. I was looking online. I was looking online for a pair of clippers. Now, I'm very particular on the clippers that I want to buy. It has to be like the titanium. It has to have rough. It has to have the good steel, robust. But I was looking for something that was like really portable. I can shave my head anytime. Comes with different sets. I use 1 mil, which is a little bit too close, as you can see, getting almost bald there. So next time I use 2 or 3. But this is my portable travel size clippers. You guys are probably saying, but that looks like something that you shave your face. Yes, but no, I couldn't shave my face with this, but I shaved my head with it. Easy. It cuts like butter. But this is not just any barber clippers. This is a USB Bluetooth chargeable battery clippers. Yeah, the battery is built in, so it's using the 18650s inside, which are outstanding batteries, by the way. But yeah, so when I charge it, the indicator light comes on. When it's fully charged, it turns blue. You can see the USB plug there for updates. I don't know why would there be an update. What, are you gonna make it faster? Strange. It's like, all right, I want to see that happen. I want to use this in the USB in the future, and I want to see any firmware updates going to change the speed. I think the speed is pretty good. Any faster, I'm pretty sure I could cut my skin. You know? But I just wanted to show you guys that because I needed a haircut, and it's been a while, and it's late. And the live stream still seems a little bit laggy, and I'm trying to really test this out But then again, I think I did enough testing. Okay, so you guys, we've been only doing this live stream for 34 minutes. Number in the 24-minute mark of this video, I said the battery was at 80%. It just dropped 60% within 10 minutes. So what we're going to have to do now is look at our brightness, and what we need to do actually is press F1 again and bring down that brightness. We're going to leave it at 50, but we're going to go back into the main menu and just hit F1 again. Go down F1 again to brightness, backlight, and we're gonna cool the backlight down. You see how the backlight now gets really dark and dimmer? That looks fine to me, but I'm gonna increase it by 45. Press menu again to step out. So guys, with the monitor in play, you have to be smart about how to use the monitors, and any monitor at that. If you're going to be in bright conditions, I suggest using the monitor hood, or its shade hood, whatever you want to call it. If you need to increase brightness, make sure you do, but make sure that you have a bigger battery than a standard battery like this. This is just a normal standard, well, it's not standard size battery actually. It's just another third-party Neweer battery, but you want a bigger battery than this if you're going to be using this monitor at a certain backlight power at over 50, and you want your brightness at 60. Yeah, you're going to need a bigger battery than this. So this is not going to last long. This is going to only last for like B-roll shots, shooting, maybe doing some POV videos, because about time this video would end, it's 37 minutes into this video, this live stream, I would have already done a POV video by now, walking downtown, taking pictures. That's just the way it is here at the Portland hostel. But I'm in the room, I'm quarantining myself, I'm having a good beer, summer shady, bringing Wisconsin to Portland, represent. I'm not from Wisconsin, was not born there. I went to school there, I lived there, I worked there, I played there, have sex there, I gamed there, I fished there, I sailed there. You know, I even did fire exposures at Mendota Lake, which is highly illegal. I'm the only one that has ever done it. I have proof because my images tells a lot. You're not supposed to be playing fire on campus grounds anyway. And I did some long exposures with my buddy Alfred Davis that is in Madison shooting. That was a couple years ago actually. And yeah, and I'm the so luckiest person to get away with it. Lucky for me, I knew the university police, I knew the faculty. It was like, come on, Panda, really? I was like, come on, this is just a one-time shot. Look how beautiful this shot. So yeah, they took it with a grain of salt. So yeah, they know I'm very passionate about stuff. This is why here I have my issues with Portland. You know, no place I go to is perfect. Not even home is perfect. But you can hear the helicopters circling around this neighborhood. You can hear it. You can hear the police chopper or federal chopper hover over the city right now in a circle. There's multiple. We are under attack here in Portland by the federal government, by our own president. The president of this country, Donald Dickhead Trump, decides to violate people's human rights. And he's going to do it in more major cities? Are you kidding me? We don't have the right to speak about what the police force and federal agents of any agency is doing to the public? Civilians are being killed for no apparent reason, unarmed by the way, and police officers are getting away with it? You think that's okay? Okay. Well, newsflash, buddy. You got a lot to learn, and I don't think you're learning. That's just my opinion and my thoughts, but I'm pretty sure a lot of people agree with me. This is not how you should unite this country right now. You should literally be on the front lines with them, like Obama, Michelle, even the Clintons. You should be on the front lines saying, I'm the president of the United States. I do not like this crap. But no, you could have been a bigger hero. You could have been everyone's favorite president, but you didn't look at it that way. You didn't want to take the respect of the people more than the greed and wealth. You can still have that. And that's the problem that some of these politicians, all of them, doesn't matter if you're a Democrat or Republican. The wealth is blinding you. The money, the endorsements, all that good stuff, all that jazz. I get it, but the people. Just saying, if you can unite the world, then you're doing something. If you cannot unite this nation, then you ain't doing anything. If you can't even unite a state, one of these states in this country, then you just wasted taxpayers and public officials' time toying around with you, Mr. President.